Flood insurance rates skyrocket for some in Beaufort County, and a developer has big plans for downtown Beaufort. All that and much more. Keep watching. Your real estate news starts now. Thank you for watching the Real Estate News. I'm Jenny Lockhart, and here are your headlines. A national flood insurance rate hike that took effect October 1st is hitting some Beaufort County property owners hard and worrying local real estate agents. The Island Packet reports some who recently purchased property are seeing their rates increase tenfold, while rates for second homes or rental units are climbing 25% a year, with more raises to come. Local real estate agents say they have lost some deals after prospective buyers realize the cost of insurance, which can run more than $10,000 per year. The rate increase stems from the Bigger Waters Flood Insurance Reform Act of 2012, which will eliminate subsidized flood insurance rates. More than 7,000 of Beaufort County's 93,000 properties with flood policies have subsidized rates, the second most in the state after Charleston County. According to the Island Packet, the number of U.S. homes entering the foreclosure process hit a 7-year low between July and September, but bank repossessions were up 7% from the previous quarter, with Kentucky seeing the biggest jump, up nearly 70%. Experts attribute Kentucky's dramatic increase to lenders finally clearing out properties who started the foreclosure process a year or two ago. Nationwide, bank repossessions in the third quarter decreased 24% from a year ago, but 26 states experienced an increase in bank repossessions in the third quarter, including New York, New Jersey, Illinois, Virginia, Connecticut, and Indiana. Experts say while foreclosures are clearly becoming fewer and far between, most markets increasing the time it takes to foreclose is holding back a sustainable recovery. Construction company Coastal Oaks Development and Coastal Oaks Development and Realty announced the start of a new business in the Lowcountry. Realty construction and sales manager Ed Green has been building award-winning craftsman and traditional style homes in the area since 1986. Coastal Oaks provides residential construction and real estate sales with a consolidated experience. For more information, visit their website at www.coastaloaksdevelopment.com. Lois Landis Miller recently joined Coastal Oaks Development and Realty as broker in charge of the real estate division. Miller has lived in the Lowcountry for 27 years and has 21 years of experience in real estate sales. She can be reached at 843-290-0028 or chops29910@yahoo.com. Developer 303 Associates and its principal, Dick Stewart, have plans for downtown Beaufort. According to the Beaufort Gazette, 2 conceptual site plans to fill much of the area on Port Republic between West and Scott Streets are being considered by a city advisory board. The developer is also close to a deal to buy most of the block on Port Republic between West and Charles Streets from the Trask family. With the demolition of 2 buildings and reconfiguration of parking, 303 Associates could create more than a dozen residential cottages and buildings. While anyone thinking of skating on mortgages owned by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac may want to think again. As a result of new government reports, the 2 companies say they are going to do a better job of going after so-called strategic defaulters. Fannie and Freddie can pursue judgments against borrowers who walk away from their loans even though they have the ability to make their payments. That's called a strategic default, and many borrowers are taking that step, throwing in the towel because their homes are no longer worth as much as they owe. To date, the 2 government-sponsored enterprises, which are now highly profitable after 5 years of running in the red, haven't done a good job at pursuing deficiency judgments, according to scathing reports from the Office of the Inspector General at the Federal Housing Finance Agency. But the FHFA says it's going to make Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac clean up their acts, and that should serve as a warning for those who can pay but fail to do so. If you'd like additional information on these headlines, please reference the media sources you see on your screen. Also, you can like us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter. Stay with us because after the break, Susan Meeks will be joining us from K. Hovnanian Homes. Welcome back to the Real Estate News. With me now is Susan Meeks with K. Hovnanian Homes. Welcome, Susan. We're so glad to have you here today.
Oh, fabulous. Thank you so much for having us, Jenny.
So today we're talking about Shell Hall. Now, Hovnanian Homes puts a lot of focus and attention on identifying projects for new development. So can you tell us a little bit about how and why you selected Shell Hall for your newest community?
Absolutely. You're 100% correct in that Hovnanian is the nation's 6th largest home builder. Spends quite a bit of effort up front in regards to identifying the appropriate projects for any given community and area. We look at everything from the target demographics to the industry in the area to make sure that we identify the absolute right location, best product, home designs, and overall amenities. And we're pleased to say that the project we're introducing today, Shell Hall, has all of those key elements.
So what appealed to you about the Shell Hall development itself?
Oh, above anything else, lifestyle and location. As you know, the Bluffton-Hilton Head area brings so much attention year-round from residents and visitors alike. It was once referred to as the South's best-kept secret. However, now that it's one of the fastest-growing cities in all of South Carolina, with an average of 2.4 million visitors per year, I think the secret is out. But Shell Hall is it's so exquisitely located in terms of its location in Bluffton as well as Hilton Head, with the access to the beaches, world-renowned dining, golf, history and entertainment, and all of this is literally minutes away from the community.
Now, what can you tell us about life within the community?
Oh, lifestyle is key. As soon as you enter into the gates at Shell Hall, you realize this community is like no other. With a private club located at the heart of the neighborhood, residents can enjoy everything from swimming to the hard true tennis courts, bocce ball, outdoor play and recreation. It really is the ideal lifestyle for anyone looking to enjoy the low country.
Oh, I love Shell Hall. It's beautiful in there. So now, what can someone interested in the neighborhood expect in regards to home design?
Oh, that's probably the most exciting part about it. We've introduced 14 brand new plans from our Classic and Estate series, ranging in size from 1,700 square feet over 3,000 square feet, if you can believe it. A great mixture. Versatility really is at the heart of what we're doing in Shell Hall. So everything from convenient one-level living to traditional two-story designs, and all of the fit and finishes that buyers are looking for today, from granite countertops included, the 42-inch height cabinets, luxurious owner's baths with great relaxing spas, and some of the designs that people are finding really important today in their on-the-go and tech-savvy lifestyle, from the drop centers and family centers.
Well, and also, I mean, if you've got that kind of variety in terms of design, then I'm assuming there'd be similar variety in terms of pricing. Can you give us some information about the different pricing?
Yes, absolutely. We're starting right this minute, if you can believe it, in the 190s, going up to the mid and upper 2s. So it really is affordable. We've got the very best of quality, location, and product.
Now, when you're buying a property, are you selling home sites, or is it the home and property in one?
It's a full package. Buyers have the opportunity to find the exact right home style as well as lot, and we have everything from lagoon views to secluded wooded views on the back.
And so for someone who wants to, see property in there or is interested in designing a home, how do they get started?
The best way is just to come out and visit. We're located in the club right this minute until our 2 models open within the community. We're on site 7 days a week from 10 to 6 daily and 1 to 6 on Sundays. Or someone can go online and view all of our floor plans, features, and pricing at khov.com. That would be khov.com.
And when someone does make a purchase, if they, let's say, I've seen this, I want to go look at Shell Hall, I get out there, I'm floored by how beautiful it is and just the overall quaintness and feel of the neighborhood, and I do want to build a home. Can you give us an idea of what the timeline would be from when you decide to make a purchase until your home is complete and you can move in?
Absolutely. We are just getting going with everything in the community, and we'll be starting some of our models soon so that home buyers can actually come in and see the full fit and finish and home design. But if you're looking to purchase a home of your own, from start to finish, and that includes everything from selecting the appropriate home site to the best fit home design-wise, and all of the interior finishes, cabinetry, flooring, countertops, you're looking start to finish about 4 to 5 months.
Oh, wow. I mean, that's not long at all.
Not long at all.
Well, I'm sure you're going to have people calling you now after this, people that want to make that their home and get started and picking out everything that's fun about designing a home. So thank you so much for your time today, Susan.
Thank you.
And stay with us after the break. Beverly Saral will be here from Beverly Saral Properties. Welcome back to the Real Estate News. With me now is Beverly Saral with Beverly Saral Properties. Welcome, Beverly.
Thank you.
Well, thanks for being here today. Now, so we're talking about purchasing the best property on Hilton Head Island for vacation rental. Could you tell us how and why people buy vacation rental properties on Hilton Head?
Sure. I love to talk about vacation rental properties. Our firm specializes in not only residential real estate brokerage, but we also have our own signature rental vacation concept. We very often help people select the right property for vacation rental and also their own use. This has been going on for decades here on the island. It's a great way to own a property, have it help carry itself, pay for part of its expenses until maybe that property can be converted into a full-time residence sometime later.
Well, and I know we've talked about on the show before, you know, the timing in the market at the moment, just with interest rates being so low and the prices being low as well, you know, recovering from the economic destruction, you know, there really couldn't be a better time to buy, and especially if someone wants to hold the property long term, right?
That's very true. Very true. Great timing right now.
And now, is location the most important thing? I mean, what are the most important things when you're looking at buying a vacation rental?
Location is extremely important, but it's not always in the way that people think. Certainly the first question that most people ask is how close is it to the beach? And that's very important. But there are also many more affordable options rather than just oceanfront or second or third row that people can investigate and make into great vacation rental properties that are maybe 10 or 15 minutes walk from the beach. There are a lot of things to consider.
Well, and I mean, almost any property, when you think about it, given the island, you know, everything is beach within reason, right?
That's true.
Now, what are some other important criteria to consider?
Well, after my clients and I have sort of settled on a location, then we look at two things, those being things we cannot change about the property and things that we can change. Things that you cannot change would be maybe the lot or the land itself. Does the house have room for a pool? If there's not, or does it already have a pool? If there isn't a swimming pool in easy access to that property. What does the view look like? What are the neighboring properties look like? And if all of that's acceptable, then we'll look at the things that we can change, because most everybody's going to change something.
Sure.
And those would run the gamut from just cosmetic upgrades to full remodel and renovations. You know, not every property is worth renovating. Not every structure is worth renovating. Even if the land is very valuable and worthwhile, we take all that into account.
So now what happens after your clients have closed on a property purchase?
Well, that's when we really go to work. Most of our clients are from someplace else, and it can be a little intimidating to think about doing a renovation or upgrades and that sort of thing, but we've cultivated a lot of really good relationships with service providers, contractors, and things over the years. So we very often assist our clients in the remodeling process and then also in the furnishing and equipping of their vacation rental property.
Now, what are property must-haves for attracting the best rental clientele and maximizing their revenue on these properties?
Those are two really great points, and that's something that we really try to focus on. We want to attract the best guest, and then we want to have the maximum revenue. Everybody wants that, but they want their properties to be well taken care of. So by having properties that are really immaculately clean, that's very important. That goes beyond just the usual housekeeping, but we're talking about home maintenance as well. And then also your furnishings and equipment need to be very up to date. You know, it's easy and not very expensive these days to have high quality televisions, Blu-ray players, sound docks, everything that people are used to having in their own homes, they want to have in their vacation home.
I'm sure that's right. Now, how is your firm different from other rental and brokerage firms in our market?
Well, because we're both. And when I founded Beverly Saral Properties in 2010, many people said, well, you need to decide if you want to be a real estate brokerage or a rental firm. Sure. But I thought that we could do both, and we have, and very successfully. We do find a lot of our guests purchase property, and then they put those properties into our rental program. And so we say at our office that really once you're a part of the flock, you never have to leave the nest.
I'm sure it's like a one-stop shop. So whether you're looking to buy property or you have a property that you want someone to manage, you know, you can help them with both.
That's true, and we have our very first rental property is now listed for sale, and that's the home at 43 Shell Ring Road in Carolina Place in Sea Pines. It has a stellar rental history. If someone just wanted to kind of pick that up and keep on going with it, we would love to have someone purchase that home who would also be part of our nest.
Well, fantastic. And for someone who's interested in that property or just more information about what you have to offer, where can they reach you?
They can see us at beverlysaral.com, or they can call me directly at 843-290-1663.
Listen, thank you so much. We appreciate your time today, Beverly, and stay with us. We'll be right back after the break. Welcome back to the Real Estate News. With me now is Phil Shauber with the Shauber Real Estate Group. Hi, Phil.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. Thanks so much for being with us today.
My pleasure.
So, there's been a lot of chatter about the real estate market. What's your take on how the market's been this year?
It's been a spectacular market. My focus since 1976 is Palmetto Dunes, Shelter Cove, Leamington, although our agents are all over the island. And this year has really been a lot of fun. Personally, my sales relative to last year, I probably will end up the year doubling sales performance for last year. So
wow.
All in all, I have to say it's been a spectacular, fun year and highly rewarding.
What do you attribute the turnaround to?
Well, I've been here since 1976, and this is my 5th recession. And there's an ebb and flow in a recession. And you get to the point where you're not a declining market, you're not a stable market, but you're a rising market. And that's what's happening to us today. Buyers have tremendous amount of urgency to buy today, or else they're going to miss out on wonderful opportunities of decade-old prices and an affordability index that makes it highly advantageous for them to buy now, not tomorrow.
Absolutely. Now, you mentioned you specialize in Palmetto Dunes, Shelter Cove, Leamington. So can you give us some examples of properties that you have for sale in there?
Sure. I've got several. Well, I've got a lot of properties. It's hard in a couple minutes to get them all
Sure,
out. But
yeah.
we have a listing on Queens Way for $1,099,000 that is an absolutely spectacular home built by Tom Peoples. The owner of it didn't spare any money in any detail. Also have a home in South Shore Commons for $1,499,000 that is within walking distance to the beach in South Shore, part of the private area of Leamington. Has a mother-in-law suite. Detail, again, like the other one, is unmatched. Over in the Palmetto Dunes area, because the community is separated by Leamington, Palmetto Dunes, and Shelter Cove, if you could imagine, home on the golf course, 3 lots from the Atlantic Ocean, only $1,998,000, nearly new, so it has all the new amenities, large bathrooms, granite, tile, stone, a lot of space, light and airy. And then, for the condo lover, and we range anywhere from a small Queens Grant right up to Hampton condominiums, there's a beautiful, beautiful first floor Windsor at $1,199,000 that has spectacular views, large floor plan. So for us, we have a big variety, anywhere again from $250,000 up to $5 million. So if anybody's looking, it's not only the right time, but we have selection at good prices for them.
Fantastic. Now, when people want to see these properties, where can they find you? How can they reach you?
Phil Shauber, 843-785-2452, or philshauber.com, and that's SCHEMBRA.
Well, thank you. It's a pleasure having a legend in Hilton Head Real Estate with us today. So thanks for your time.
Thank you. You're kind.
With me now is someone near and dear to me, my husband Ryan, also owner of Expanding Profits. So welcome, Ryan. We're so glad to see you here today.
Thanks, Jenny.
So one of the most vital aspects of selling real estate is marketing, and you're an expert in that area. So can you tell us a little bit about your background and your company?
Yeah, I own Expanding Profits, and we're a full-service digital ad agency. And we help people get found online by their ideal clients and then help them convey their message to the world.
So can you give us an idea of why it's so important to have a presence on the internet?
Well, especially for realtors, it's extremely important because There are so many people using the internet to search and browse properties, and it's very important that realtors are found and their message is conveyed, mostly about who they are and what they stand for, and also what kind of properties they have available.
Sure. Now, you're hosting a marketing seminar, right, that will benefit realtors. So can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, well, having a digital ad agency, it's difficult to serve everybody, and there's a lot of realtors in the area who may not be able to afford a full-service ad agency working on their behalf. So a friend of mine who's a social media expert, we decided to put together a localized workshop to teach small business owners and realtors how to get found on the internet, what to do with the traffic that comes to their website, and then how to convert that traffic into leads and customers.
Okay, now when is this event happening?
Yeah, well, the event is actually on Tuesday, October the 15th, and it's at the Park Lane Hotel from 8:30 till about 5 p.m.
And I think you mentioned when we were on the break that for our viewers watching that want to attend the seminar, there's a special for them, is that right?
Yeah, well, especially for realtors and small business owners in the area, we decided to put together a coupon for the WHHI viewers, and the coupon code is WHHI, and that'll get you $20 off the registration fee. The full day workshop is going to include, working on your website, what to do with it, how to engage your clients through social media, and how to shoot video from your cell phone, and how to get that found on YouTube. Also, how to use email marketing and communicate out to the world. And then we're going to wrap it up and teach you how to use video and television and print and other social media platforms so everything works together.
Now, how can our viewers register and get more information about this event?
Yeah, they can go to coffeemugmarketing.com, and the full registration's there, and make sure you use the coupon code WHHI.
Thank you so much for your time today, Ryan.
Thanks a lot, Jenny. Appreciate it.
Thank you for watching the Real Estate News. I'm Jenny Lockhart, and we'll see you next time.